Chapter 15 The Yoga of the Highest Spirit. The Blessed Lord said, High the root, low the branch. They say Svata tree is eternal. Its leaves are sacred hymns. Whoever knows this is a Veda knower. Below and above its branches spread, nourished by qualities, sprouting sense objects, and below the roots stretch forth, engendering action in the human world. Its form is not perceived here in this way, nor the end, nor the beginning, nor the maintenance. This Asvata tree, with fully grown root, being cut down by the strong axe of detachment, then the place is to be sought, having gone to which they do not return again. And I take refuge in that primal spirit, from where ancient progress flowed. Without arrogance, delusions, with evil attachments conquered, the eternal oversouls with desires turned away, released from dualities known as pleasure-pain, go unconfused to that imperishable place. The sun does not illume, nor the moon, nor fire, that place go into which they do not return. That is my supreme home. My primal part, becoming alive in the world of the living, draws existing in nature the senses, of which the mind is the sixth. When the Lord acquires a body, and also when the Lord departs, taking these the winds blow sense as from the source, presiding over hearing, sight, touch, taste, and smell, and mind. This one enjoys the objects of the senses. Whether it is a departing, staying, or enjoying, those confused by the accomplishing qualities do not perceive. Those with the eye of knowledge do perceive. And striving yogis perceive this one existing in the soul, while striving undisciplined, thoughtless souls do not perceive this one. That brilliant sunshine which lights the entire universe, the brilliance which is in the moon and in fire, know that to be mine. And entering the world, I maintain creatures with energy, and I nourish all plants, becoming the flavor soiled nectar, becomes digestive fire entering the body of the breathing, uniting with the breath. I digest the fourfold food, and I am seated in the heart of all. From me are memory, knowledge, and reasoning, and I am recognized by all the Vedas. I am the Vedanta maker and the Veda knower. These are two spirits in the world, perishable and imperishable, and all creatures are perishable. The imperishable is called unchanging. But the higher spirit is another, called the Supreme Soul, who entering the three worlds as the undying Lord supports them, since I transcend the perishable and am higher than the imperishable. Therefore, I am celebrated in the world and in the Vedas as the highest spirit. Whoever thus unconfused knows me as the highest spirit, this omniscient one worships me, with me the whole being, Bharata. So this most secret doctrine explained by me, blameless one, intuiting this, one should be enlightened and accomplish Bharata. Commentary. According to the search results, this chapter is called the Yoga of the Supreme Person. In this chapter, Krishna reveals the glories and transcendental characteristics of God and compares the material world to an upside-down, sacred fig tree. He explains the nature and value of knowing God and the means by which he can be realized. He also teaches Arjuna to develop detachment from the material world. In this chapter, there are 20 verses. The main points of the chapters are: Krishna says that he will impart to Arjuna the supreme knowledge by knowing which one attains immortality. He says that this knowledge is the essence of all the Vedas. He says that God is the seed-given Father and material nature is the womb of all living beings. Krishna compares the material world to an upside-down fig tree, which has its roots above and branches below. He says that this tree is nourished by the three modes of Mother Nature and has sense objects as its buds. He says that the tree is eternal and its origins and ends are unknown. He says that one who cuts down the tree with the axe of detachment attains the supreme destination. Krishna says that one should seek that supreme abode from which no one returns and surrender to God, who is the origin and sustainer of all beings. He says that God dwells in the hearts of all beings, and by his power they act according to their nature. Krishna says that God is both beyond the manifest and the unmanifest aspects of material nature. He says that he is superior to both the perishable body and the imperishable soul. He says that he is known as Purahatama, or the Supreme Person, in all the scriptures and by all the sages. Krishna says that one who knows God as Parashtama without any doubt worships him with exclusive devotion. He says that such a person knows everything as it is and becomes perfect in life.